It's Eastside. We here at Tier NYC.
This is Victor, Tier NYC. Make sure y'all tune in to Flip the Switch Radio.
You are now tuned into Flip the Switch Radio. Flip the switch, mother. Turn that off, boy.
Hold on. We're going to do this right. Brooklyn, we got some vets in the building. This time they representing for the town.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Oh, you heard him already. That's a fact. You dig? We got the one and only Tier NYC in the building.
Yes, sir.
Up and coming, exclusive clothing brand coming out of New York. Brooklyn to be more specific. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
We just gonna go from left to right, you know what I mean? Keep this, because people
introduce yourselves.
The people can't see, but they can hear. So you gotta give them all of the source and your sexiest college voice you could possibly imagine.
For the ladies out there.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So just introduce yourselves to the public.
Well, first and foremost, my name is Eastside Gene Simon. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, Haitian American. Always had artistic vibe. That's about it. Went to Brooklyn College as well.
Yes.
This is where I learned most of my,
How to move, right?
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit.
Smooth moves.
Yeah. You done?
Nah, that's it.
Victor, Tier NYC. Born in Canarsie. Went to Brooklyn College. What else? Studied art my whole life. We're here now.
Word.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely here and y'all making
Welcome.
noise. You know what I mean? So we happy to have y'all, our brothers from across the water. So essentially, I want to keep it natural as possible. You know what I mean? We go way too far back. Y'all obviously here on a holiday. It's Veterans Day 2019.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all vets. Feel what I'm saying?
Could be doing a lot.
Y'all could be doing a lot more. Speaking of which,
with us.
where was y'all just last weekend?
Oh, last weekend?
yeah.
Yo, we was at CompassCon, LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, first time going out there. It was
Word. How was that experience?
a vibe. Honestly, that experience was like really eye-opening because we've been on our grind for about 5 years, TNYC.
Okay.
Next month makes 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a lot of love here, so to see your brand flourish in the city you're from is always a good thing because, people support you. But when you go to LA and people don't know you from a hole in the wall,
Word.
but they stopping you for your clothes, like, yo, where you get that from? Yo, can I get that online? Y'all sign up right now?
Yeah.
Yo, take my number down. Like, yo, we got to collab somehow. Like, yo. And
That's a good feeling, right?
That's been very, very,
Makes it that much more real.
right. It's eye-opening. And, and it's not even like you're in Massachusetts, you're in LA. This is
Where there's multiple
this
brands.
is a second mecca for
Facts.
your looks. You know what I mean?
And low key the first mecca for your looks.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah,
but
because
Some people would say, but New York.
we not gonna give. We from Harlem, so look.
You're giving them way too
Look,
much credit. You're
I'm glad I
bugging.
got some other
You're-
New
you're
Yorkers
bugging.
on here. Thank
I'm
you.
not from LA.
All
I'm
I'm
from LA.
But let's talk about it because we masters. Y'all Tier. These are
Well, we got 4 seasons, so New York is definitely.
Listen, we gonna
fashion
talk
capital
about it
now.
in this conversation. We're not gonna just jump to the
I'm being-
juice.
Listen,
Y'all
man,
masters.
I'm saying it plain.
We Tier. Obviously, we didn't get to these levels for no reason. You know what I'm saying? We had to put in that work. So I like to give a full scope, hit a matter fully. You know what I'm saying? That's as it says in the book, right? So with that being said, you got to respect skate culture in the West Coast and how that led to streetwear.
Yeah.
Right? And in the same regard, you have to respect graffiti
But we
culture and
always,
hip hop
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
on the East Coast.
Things
And how
always
that
was ping pong.
always-
In street.
You know what I'm saying?
Things, you know what I'm saying?
So I think to further agree, I'm glad that this is a debatable topic. That means we're gonna have the viewers out there. You know what I mean? Pick it.
Thinking
Wait,
and
whoa,
talking
whoa.
about this.
But my name is Watts, and that's on the
He's
West
the
Coast.
great. He's the great.
Now, but Watts is everywhere. Light bulbs.
Yeah. But yeah, man, everything Eastside was saying, it was eye opening. It was fun. It was tiring. It was it was interesting. Just meeting everybody, networking, trying to make those new connections. seeing the natural love for the brand and us not like walking around with a sign like hey, here we are. We just like wearing our clothes naturally, and getting that response was like, yeah. It's not. I'm not honestly like I'm not gonna say I'm surprised because I know the work that we've done. I know what we provide is quality. I know what we provide is wavy. We know what's hot. You know.
Ooh, I like how you said wavy and not drippy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that since we vets out here. How y'all feel about this new drip stuff? You know,
I've said drip before. I mean,
we've all made that mistake.
Colloquialism.
Yeah, I've said it before. It's cool. I mean, I like to stay. I'm not one of those vets that can't adapt and adjust to times. I would never be that because I hated old heads thinking everything is whack. Nah, I listen to Uzi, but you're not telling me Uzi better than Jay.
Exactly.
But
Or
I'm not
Lil
gonna say
Wayne.
Uzi is whack.
Yeah,
Right?
facts. Or during the Wayne times, more importantly, because that was the first conversation where it's like, now you see how you just said Uzi
Young
and
Thug
Jay?
and
It was
people.
Wayne and Jay.
Right.
We was the ones batting for Wayne.
Yeah.
And all the old heads was like, yo, y'all bugging. He can't rap.
Yeah,
We like, nah, y'all didn't hear Cannon. You feel what I'm saying?
Fact.
Then you got
Now you
or
hear
filming or
Demolition or-
flying in or demolition.
Demolition
Then now
1 and
you
2.
got Young
No
Thug, he
ceilings.
did that. Then it's Uzi. So it's funny that look, people sometimes they don't see these progressions.
Because you gotta stay fresh. You gotta keep your ears to the streets, and you gotta know. You gotta keep doing your research, and that's why Jay always stay relevant. Because people don't think people don't think he's woke, but he's always paying attention, so he knows what to include in his raps. You know what I'm saying? So we know what
He was one of the first people rapping about actually Iceberg. You know what I
certain
mean?
different brands,
and
you know?
different. Yeah, he's did his own part in the fashion world of hip hop.
yeah.
You know,
the
Oh
Yankee
no, you
fitted.
talking about the Vizu.
he made the Yankee hat more famous than the Yankee can.
Yeah, the niggas don't care about baseball.
You know what I mean?
But they
just
care
look
about
good.
seeing Jay-Z with that New York Yankee hat,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
That was a statement.
Nah, when I seen him in the Vizus, I was like, nah.
But that's a New York
Yeah.
piece.
So,
That's not
speaking
of
Jay-Z
which,
made it more famous than
was there
you know,
anything
the
that
Yankees,
you guys
literally.
Yeah, but like speaking of which, was there anything that you guys particularly learning from that model that you took and that you felt like that you needed to master or to excel at to come out with your first product? Like, what was your first product, for instance?
It was a hoodie. It was
Okay.
Nah,
it was a couple
you
things.
The first product we actually pushed out at our launch was
I like that little argument they just had. Me and my
It was
brother,
a
you know,
couple
'cause
items. It was a
sometimes
gray
you gotta
and
rekindle.
a black logo hoodie with side zippers.
Okay.
That we
got this.
made from scratch.
Okay,
And
okay.
then
It was the rip tee.
Caravaggio tee. We made
at the launch, bro.
yeah, but our project had multiple items.
I guess you
Right.
could say that.
Yeah,
But
I like
the
that.
first like product we dropped like at a launch party at Amarachi Lounge.
I'm a
We had
Rachi.
dropped.
You know,
been
yeah,
there before?
yeah. Come on.
We had dropped 3 different T-shirt designs in like black and white as well. So we had inspiration from Starry Night, you know, Vincent Van Gogh, the Caravaggio that we. What was the name of that T-shirt?
I don't quote me. I gotta check that.
Yeah.
If I'm
It was one
correct,
from
one of y'all
Caravaggio.
pictures of Caravaggio, y'all had David's head on the plate.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
killing.
like
Oh, no,
the-
not David. Goliath.
Goliath.
David had Goliath's head, right?
Oh nah, it
Nah, it
wasn't that scene.
one. It
was a
wasn't that
different
scene.
one.
But it was one of
different-
them
it was
from the
different. It was
Caravaggio,
different, like
yeah.
It was very like
decapitation. Yeah,
Decapitation. I
It was
remember that.
some kind
That
of
was fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one was Picasso, Picasso piece of a lady crying.
the lady crying. Yeah.
But yeah. But honestly, we got inspired from art,
yeah,
and that's what the basis of everything that we started with, and we still do now to this day.
Okay.
So
Very heavily art inspired.
yeah. So being artists and always having a creative mindset, and you always want like a outlet to kind of produce and like create. And we all had that same mindset. So along with just us two, we have a third founder as well. His name Nigeria.
I was wondering when y'all was going to announce it, you know?
Nah, yeah. So I can't forget that. I can't forget that, bro. But
Shout out to
Shout out to
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I never
he's
knew
not even
it.
Nigerian. He's
Yeah, I was about to
just
say,
American.
But they call him Nigeria. I respect it.
Yeah.
Nah, he moved like
No,
a
that's his real
Nigerian,
name.
bro.
That's his real name.
He moved like a Nigerian, bro.
Yeah,
Respect,
man.
Get
respect.
into that money,
You get
man.
to it.
Respect.
You see, he
Got a
not
lot of
here.
Nigerian brothers out there.
And that's what I love about a
getting to it.
strong team is that
Yep.
You don't need
Shout out to the
everyone there
Igbo.
to be effective.
Shout out to my
for sure.
Igbos out there.
Yeah, man. For sure, I think when you become a good leader, can trust his team. You know what I mean? So with all of us being leaders in that aspect, like I can trust Nigeria doing something for the brand, like negotiating like venue or pricing for a certain type of like clothing that they're trying to produce.
Yeah, many
And-
times we gotta divide and conquer, which is great because it's all about trust at the end of the day and just like communicating with each other. There's plenty of times like I'm just like, oh yeah, Nigeria, he do that interview by himself, and a lot of people like they might think Nigeria is only the person that owns Tier, or Eastside is the only person that owns Tier, or I'm the only person that owns Tier. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I think as long as like we're all aligned and like and we're working together, whoever is the face of the brand is up to anyone's perception, because perception is reality, So
Some people
as
may
long as we're
identify with you
successful,
more.
we're not having no Destiny
Right.
Child syndrome. You feel me?
Yeah. No breakups.
Nobody
no breakups.
needs
So
to be.
are there any
yeah.
official roles?
Nobody
within
feel like
the,
Beyonce. None of
company
y'all.
or the team for that matter?
You want to answer that?
I mean, for the most part, I am the CFO, so I do deal with a lot of the numbers, the paperwork. Yeah.
Can you break
just-
it down for some of our less educated, listeners out there what CFO means?
Oh,
Chief Financial Officer.
Chief Financial Officer.
I'm here for that.
Yeah, that's basically what I manage and deal with. But also, I just have the creative mindset, to produce and create, pieces of work, like items that we produce. But after that,
I think we all kind of take a piece of everything, because since we're still like up and coming, we still want to learn every aspect. We don't want to always step on toes, because then that sometimes what's the word? It slows down productivity. So like we want to just control certain things, but it's hard because we're all so creative that we're like, damn. Like we want to say on how this shirt comes out, how this like even just now when I was like, yo, it was the hoodie, is the like that's
real
how
stuff.
meetings go. Like it's not
that's
even
why
on
I said
some
I like
old.
that, because that's a little peek into the realness of what y'all actually have going on. Y'all have like a brotherhood, y'all have
creation,
like
the
a
ideation.
team.
Yeah.
You know,
How
Fact.
important is brotherhood to this, process, to this journey? What role
It's
has
funny
it played?
because
Yeah,
when you
what
think
role?
about the origin of us, right? Like I feel like without the frat and going to college,
Wait, what frat? You knew that was coming.
the only one that matters.
Oh, nah. The oldest, the coldest, the boldest.
boy.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Nah, not
But it's
that.
about Shaw today, though. So
Facts.
we're just gonna leave it at that.
But
These
yeah.
my brothers. These my
yeah.
brothers.
For real.
We all
We go way back. But yeah, so damn, what I was saying. You threw me off with that.
Brotherhood,
with that.
the importance of
oh
the
yeah,
organization.
like without that, like us coming together, like that's for everything happened for a reason. Us coming together and sharing that same goal. Yeah, who knows? It was just us starting that conversation in the comfort of our homes, and then just saying like, why not us? People look at us already for inspiration, for advice. So we could really be effective within this field. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, yeah. Why not us?
Yeah.
yeah.
More people have to ask that question. Why not us?
Definitely something to ask yourself.
That's prolific, right?
I just left it there for that reason. Why not us?
Yeah.
We could produce shows. We could be special guests. We don't just have to be talent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
feel
know what
like
I mean?
I feel like a
you put your
good.
mind to.
That's true, but I feel like a good reason why a lot of us African Americans join like D9 fraternities and sororities is because you want to be with like-minded individuals, you know. So the fact that our story just comes along that same way, like we all joined Kaba, Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and joined from the same chapter as well. Nigeria is my Neo, but I still respect him as a bro. Always. And
Hold on,
we
what
just,
chapter is that?
it's Delta,
Delta
Mu,
Mu.
bro.
No, I'm just messing with you.
But But yeah, like I think the brotherhood, the fraternalism it's almost integral, but it's not only required, not the fraternal part, but it's the brotherhood part. It's required in order to like grow as a business and as partners in business. So, yeah, starting things from the ground up, you're gonna need a team, you're gonna need a family, and the support is from the family as well. So that's us.
Definitely ground up. Like we took that risk, we jumped out the window. We didn't have money. You know, some people had silent supporters. They know who they are. Money from our pocket. You know, you got to lose money to make money, and we're still at that point where all our revenue goes right back into the company. So once we like really see those dividends, then we'll take another calculated risk and keep going from there. You know what I'm saying? We all want to work full time right now in Nigeria. Shout out to him. He's the one full time. So out of three of us, he's the one that's full time. Soon, I'm next, and Eastside. You know what I'm saying? And
that's the plan to get y'all all.
That's
you
it.
know.
Yeah,
working 100%
that's the plan.
on the vision and stuff. And that's big,
Yeah.
And like you said, it take money to make money. You got to make calculated risks. You can't just be out here throwing.
Word.
A lot of people, I feel like they just be throwing shit at the wall.
Yeah.
I hate the You know what I mean?
Come on,
She looked at you like
people be throwing shit at the wall, just or poop at a wall, hoping that it stick. Sorry.
It's like
SHI,
2G's gotta show
sugar,
our
honey,
count
iced
for
tea.
the
It's
night.
not really a curse, little kids say it, but
Nah.
you gonna clean it up.
But entrepreneur life, as an entrepreneur, there's gonna be highs and lows no matter what you do. Like, even I heard Tyler Perry said just earlier too, like on IG, I was just scrolling really quick, and like for Tyler Perry to say that, seeing where he is now is like, all right, that's real shit. There's gonna be highs and lows. You learn from your experiences. That's the most important thing. You learn from like what you think is a mistake. It's just a lesson, and you just gotta use that as your calculation the next time. You know what I mean?
If you don't learn, you gotta repeat. That's why it's good that y'all had that type of relationship, like y'all said, that y'all talk to each other, y'all listen to each other, and y'all try to figure out what's the next step that y'all doing. That's very important. And like you said, don't step on each other's toes. Those are all good things that people can learn from and take into their business or whatever you do.
From
It don't have
vets.
to be clothing.
These are your neighborhood Brooklyn vets here on
Word.
Veterans
We're just
Day.
regular guys.
Man, keeping it humble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what does it mean to what does Tier mean to you? What does it mean to have a Brooklyn-based brand? Is it Brooklyn synonymous with Tier, or is Tier beyond Brooklyn? Like,
like Tier, I don't even want to put a location on Tier, honestly. The roots, because we are Tier, that's our baby. Like the Brooklyn is gonna come out of it, but I don't want to like put a label, because as we grow and we're in LA and we're in you know what I'm saying, that's gonna run throughout. But like Tier, so that kind of came from, if you look at our RIP logo right here, right on the sleeve, right,
a Tier.
It's right like a Tier. But we was like, okay, so we're not gonna spell it like Tier, right? We're gonna spell it like Tier, like levels, right? And then we thought about how that ties into how we think about like life. And there's always a deeper meaning. There's always, you got to scratch through the surface, right? So everything that you see, is a deeper meaning to it, right, than what the eye actually meets. And even when you think about art is everywhere, but you can perceive that wall as beige, and as P could look at it and like it's khaki, but it's like khaki's not even really a color, right? It's a material, like it's a, you know what I'm saying? It's like a type of pants.
Pumpkin. People would say, "Oh, that's a pumpkin color." And
it's like.
You got that
and
from...
with fashion, you could do that. Like, we can name anything what we want to name it. I can name this...
I love how you just gave
gives you more
a subtle gem that most people didn't realize, but you just gave a lot right there. Because people don't understand it's that simple. Like, you walk into a room and they may not have something that's eraser pink. You know what I'm saying? And you got to say, yo, I'm making an eraser pink, and now I'm putting that on my... caps, because it represents back to school.
Exactly.
And you giving the whole, you creating it. So we have the ability of creating our reality. Anything, any design, and I have this love, like I'm wearing Coogee sweater now, living better now. I had to earn this. Talking about tears, you know what I'm saying? When you peel back the layers, it's masters though. You feel what I'm saying? Because I went inside this organization, worked with the greats, Damon John, Willie Esco, figured out what does it take to have that type of business and brand and model. And that's why I admire what you guys are doing. Because if you even know about them, they started with a group of brothers or like group of closely knitted people coming out of Queens, South Side, like, you know what I mean? And they took that to the next level and sold to corporate. You know what I mean? So, like me and Esau, we spoke. You guys have a story. We have a story. Why not us?
Word.
Right.
Why not flip the switch? Why not Masters? Why not Tier?
And also the time that we're in right now, department stores closing down, Barney's and all these, you know, probably owned by white people. I'm not sure. I gotta do my research on that.
Most of them are. I'm pretty sure.
I would just throw that hunch out there.
That's a safe assumption, and you know, that just is what it is.
And for all these black-owned businesses and like, you know, we could speak on Virgil, Pierre Moss, my son Dio from Visionary Society, Masters, right? Tier, like, this is what people wear now. They're not trying to go to, you don't need to go to Soho.
Shout to one of y'all other mans, and this is how you know the designer community, Bonner.
Bonner cut, like,
I just met him off the Humble, just New York Fashion.
And that's the thing about New York. You never know who you're gonna meet. You know, these are people.
They be on the train.
We've seen each other's work, and sometimes you don't even know who it is. And then you might, if you're from New York, you might actually know some of the people that's doing like really big stuff, like that's moving. You know what I mean? Like that's really moving the people and inspiring people to do bigger and better things. And you know,
but we all have the ability to have the same 24 hours. So
by
at
what
the end
you do
of
with
the
it.
day, when like you know you see one of your friends and they're getting an editorial look, or they on a billboard, or you know they did New York Fashion Week, because we've all those things I mentioned. Someone, if not myself, you guys was recently on a billboard, correct?
Yeah,
we did New York Fashion Week.
I gotta check it out.
So 6 degrees of separation within your
for
immediate
real.
circle. There's someone that has accomplished the things that you want to do.
Facts. And it's crazy because it's just like we're like living it, and we, you know, 5 years ago we thought about it. So now living it is weird to think about the thoughts that you had, and then to like live it and see it, and like it's cool. Like, I don't know.
It's scary almost,
no
too.
other adjectives I got for it. I don't know.
Nah, but you can't be scared, so I'm glad you didn't say that one.
No fear.
You know, like 12 from Fritz, shout out to 2Gs. He was just in the building. And I feel like that's what this episode was really about, like, you know, surviving the elements, the environments we come from, whether that's Brooklyn or Harlem, they look very similar. And you have to have a supportive community, and you have to have humor, and you have to have drive.
And tough skin.
You know what I mean? You
Gotta
can't,
have tough
when
skin,
people
man.
start joking, you can't take it personal, you know what I mean? You can't be afraid to go into places that you haven't been in before. Like, I came out here, y'all know me, freshman year at Brooklyn College. I was very aggressive, because I was like, what? Brooklyn? Everything someone was saying, I'm like, yo, they trying to play me, bro. I'm like, they don't know I'm from Harlem. My second sentence to everything was, yo, I'm from Harlem, bro. Like, curve. Like, they didn't even know about the curve yet. So I was like, curve. Like, you know what I mean? Real rap.
I remember that.
I'd dad be like, curve, bro. And they didn't even, and it's like, yo, that's a dub. They like, what is he talking about? Facts. But you know, right now I feel like the internet has made everything, you know what I mean? Like, let's talk about it though.
It almost leveled things
The flyest Brooklyn dudes used to go to Manhattan.
Yeah.
They would go to
That's
Soho.
And they was
They
from
would
they was
chill
from,
with Harlem.
they was
Everybody-
from Canarsie.
They was from
Everybody was
Canarsie.
chilling
They was from
in the
Bed-Stuy.
LES.
They wasn't from Flatbush like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
There was a few.
Flatbush dudes got fly, but they had a
I know a
unique
few
fly.
Flatbush dudes.
They stayed Flatbush
They
fly.
stayed in Flatbush.
Yeah, they
Flatbush
stayed
got their
Flatbush
own
fly.
look.
Flatbush fly.
They just
Flatbush-
wore
They
like
unique.
straight Vinny's.
Yeah, so I'm not
Straight
going.
Vinny's, they
Yeah, I'm Vinny specifically. I found out about Vinny's when I got to
respect-
Flatbush.
Yeah.
But
And
other than
it's
that,
kind
you
of
know,
similar to like a lot of other like certain places have unique looks, and that's one thing I
my
say about
first Ronnie
Flatbush. They
Fee
got, like,
Kith
the-
release
yeah.
was right here in Brooklyn. I went on coming up Black Friday. He does one every year. I don't know if he's still doing it actually, but when he first started those releases,
them
speaking about
A6s.
And New Balance.
Had those,
A6,
all
New
of them.
Balance.
The Central Parks,
Yep.
the Brooklyn Bridges.
Yep, people
I'm
don't
not
even
even from
know
Brooklyn,
about
but I'm in Brooklyn College. So I'm like, I'm killing y'all right now. Like, I know y'all mad at me, but
I
I'm
can't even give it. I see. That's his story, his Brooklyn story. But I, had my little dabbles in Brooklyn since I was young and stuff, going to Brooklyn. If you talking about Vinny Styles, I gotta give a shout out to Stack Bundles, R.I.P. You feel me? He made them famous. You feel me? He was a Queens dude.
Big
he was
facts.
going out to
But-
Brooklyn or whatever.
copping that, what y'all call drip, but it was that wave, you feel me? That's because the drip is just a piece of the wave, if y'all didn't know, you feel me?
Big
Wavy
facts.
shit, you feel me? Shout out to Max B and them.
But even that, look, what's the fastest way to Harlem?
The A-Train.
Yeah. So what was Stacks on? The A-Train.
A-Train,
He
yup.
was in
That
Far
go
Rock.
from
So this
Queens,
goes to show you about
Brooklyn, Harlem.
connections. Queens, Brooklyn, Harlem. That A-Train, Jamaica Avenue is similar to 125th. You know what I'm saying? Stop me if I'm lying. It's similar to Fulton.
Yep. every borough got something that's similar to 125th Street. For us, it's 125th Street or 25th, we call it. Because you know what I mean? We shorten everything or whatever. Don't try to steal the swag and shit. I'm
But
putting
we
y'all
won't
on,
shorten it to so high. That's one thing we won't do.
doing that. It ain't so high.
None of
Feel
that.
me?
Yeah.
What are y'all up against right now? Do they got any acronyms they trying to bring to Brooklyn?
You know, it's funny because like I also work in education, so the kids keep me like young. They keep me fresh. Like, what they be saying? I don't even know what's new. They say, they say something like say like Eastside's like he bumped his knee. They'll say, oh, that's tough. Yeah, oh, that's tough.
Like
and it's kind of like, oh, like what is that like? That's like.
Oh, that's
So
Sarcasm,
sorry,
it's kinda-
yeah. It's like so sorry.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like it's kind of like sarcastic.
Sarcastic.
Yeah.
Oh, like that's tough. Yo,
Yeah.
that's
That's tough.
Oh, you hit your head. That's tough.
No,
Yeah.
you know what it started
Yeah.
with? Yeah, you know what it started with? Cool story, bro. Like,
Yeah, like you don't really care. Sarcasm.
like,
that's
Okay,
tough.
oh, you bump your head.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's tough. Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough.
So I love my kids for that because
That's a good one.
They keep you young.
yeah, bro, and they know it's hot too. So it's like they put me on the music, and a lot of them get lingo from the rappers that the gang member turn rappers now. That's the thing. Like their favorite rappers is
Trappers.
gang members. You
We
know,
that's why
Yeah.
right before y'all came in, and I didn't want to. We're not gonna speak about affiliation. But
Right.
Just long
Yeah.
story short, to be said, we got
It's real
active
street.
members.
Influences
It's not
out
just
there, you feel
the-
me, that's going on in music right now.
Yeah.
Going on in this show right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like we keep our ears to the ground. So we
Yeah.
never gonna be so, to say
disconnected.
Yeah. Like in our phone, invested. Like, no, I like the fact to be able to go on air and that somewhere out there in the world, there's someone that could be just tuning in, just going through a dial and catching us. And then getting some jewels, some gems of information or finding out about something they never heard before.
Or new music.
Tier NYC, Flip the Switch Radio, Brooklyn College, what we got going on here, I think is beautiful to have this platform.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's definitely great to have you guys.
So wait, what's next?
Yeah, what's
Oh,
next?
man.
That's what we want to know.
Oh man.
Well,
y'all
what's
see y'all
next in the
something
near future?
Yeah.
Like next
I know
month?
y'all got a 5-year plan.
5-year
10
anniversary.
year, yeah, because I heard
We got
so.
a party, maybe a pop-up shop.
All right, that's what I like to. I still got to get my tier.
For real.
I ain't even gonna lie, and we do a trade office, and I give y'all some masters, or
merch for merch.
I'll buy support. I don't mind. You know what I mean? I feel like, cause like you
And
said,
that's the space we're in right now. Like a lot
Everything
of
goes back.
that mindset is definitely elevated to the point that you know somebody that was working on something and someone walking by like, yo, yesterday my boy had his clothing line pop up. I'm broke right now. Like, I got no money to my name. Like, you know what? Damn, he throwing pop. I gotta show up. I gotta support him.
buy
Like,
something.
I'm about
That's
to tap up
love.
on credit. Like, I don't care right now.
Yeah,
That's my man.
That's what I
That's
do,
my
bro.
man. You know
I
what I'm
don't
talking
care.
about? I'm not gonna go like.
Mikey
like-
Likes It came to Harlem. I had to go over there, support, get some ice
Yup,
cream for me and the
that's it.
family.
That's what it's
Black
like.
ice cream parlor, like
I'm-
come on.
Speaking of fashion, one of my homegirls, she got the Epiphany brand, really dope brand or whatever. You know, she just came out with some dope jackets and stuff. And I actually missed her pop up because I was coming out here to do the show. But I let her know, that I missed
stopped
it.
by,
Yeah, that I
yeah.
stopped by. I didn't see her, but I had to
Yeah.
keep it moving or whatever. But she already know it's love. You feel me? And there's a lot of people that's doing what they got to do out here and inspiring the youth. And I think it's great. Like it just takes me back to those good old times growing up, the things that we used to see. You feel me? Like it's real inspirational.
Yeah.
And it's like
It feels like it's a resurgence of culture for sure.
Yeah.
Like we in our own renaissance right now.
Yeah. Nah, for real. It's weird. Because, like, the stuff that we want to put on clothes is, like, we're really creating that now. And it's things that I feel like the younger generation, they're going to now, like, learn about through our clothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't even want to give away too much, but you're going to see, like, the spring.
you got to show more.
We-
Y'all got a
More
Black
show than
History
tell.
Month
our
release coming.
upbringing, you feel me? Like, it's gonna be very evident through the clothes, like our upbringing. And y'all going to be able to relate, so.
Yeah. Look out for a pop up / 5-year anniversary.
/ Tier and Friends.
I want to say December
Okay.
14th, tentative date.
Okay.
All right. Throwing it out there.
Y'all heard that. Y'all better be marking y'all calendars.
Mark your calendars.
You know, tentative. So you got to go to that. What is it? The Instagram.
Oh, Tier _NYC.
Yep.
To stay in tune.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? For that tentative day.
TIER _NYC.
Not tier like TEAR,
nah.
but levels.
Levels.
We
Yeah,
leveling
levels
up.
to it.
You know, future, Ferg.
Yeah, structure, you know, winning. We at the top.
You dig?
Yeah. We just excited. It's 5 years. Most brands quit after 3.
I would say less than
I don't even
that.
think they quit.
People,
I think they just can't continue going.
Yeah.
We're actually coming up on our 5 years as well.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so we share that in common. But
Yeah.
that's major.
It is.
To make
and that's
it to
5
this
years,
level,
and that's 5 years of taking it serious and all of that.
really.
But really
Yeah.
putting the work in.
If y'all know what we know, it ain't easy.
Word.
Bro.
It ain't easy.
It ain't easy with 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yo, when I see someone come up by themselves, major respect to them. Like,
Yeah,
major
for
kudos.
real.
I wish I could say I was by myself. You know, it's the brothers. We had.
I mean, no one's really by
that's another
themselves.
story.
That's why
No one's ever really by themselves.
Nobody's
Yeah,
ever really by
ever.
themselves.
I think
A
that's
lot of
bad.
times it looks like they by themselves.
Yep.
'Cause
You know why
got,
he's saying that? Because he
lead
used to.
designers
Who
and
used to
things,
see every day walking around with the master's hat?
This guy.
Yeah,
Me.
This guy.
He didn't see you, so he said, "Oh, by himself."
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah, I
you was
didn't know
part
it's part
of
of
it.
it.
And that's what happens to us, too. So
Exactly. It happens to me
regular.
too. People don't know my
same?
brother,
Yeah.
and they end up me and my brother. You know,
There's people
so-
that don't even know me, and they like, "Oh, that's Hayes' brand." I'm like, "Word, all right, cool." So it's same attitude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't try to take all the shine. It's everyone do what they can do.
Exactly. And
Everybody
it's
got a
funny.
job to do. You know, sometimes, like he said, sometimes we switch hats. It's not always
Yeah.
every day or whatever the same thing. You know, the same job. Sometimes you got to switch it up. You got to, ad lib. You know.
Yeah. Some days I'm shipping. Some days he's shipping. Some days we all shipping. Some days, you know what I'm saying, I'm drawing, he's drawing. But yeah, it's all about that balance.
One
and
day you might be
helping
finding a
out.
new model. And You might be
Exactly.
finding a new model. You know.
Yeah.
It switches up.
But one thing I want to say though, like when it comes to Tier, like it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Like
That's
doing
the
it-
best part about it.
That's the beauty about being like your own like creator and entrepreneur in that sense. So like I still have a day job. So I get home sometimes maybe 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, leaving early in the morning from like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock sometimes. And normally I'm tired. Like I'm tired.
At these moments,
These hours,
yeah,
I'm tired. But
tired moments.
when I draw inspiration for something I see that I saw on someone else or on my commute or just randomly come into my mind from a dream or something, I would stay up to like 2 a.m. Just trying to design it, just get it out of my mind. Like I need it physically or some kind of like way interpreted, even drawing on paper. Like, yo, I need this out of my mind. So like, in that respect, I look at the clock like, yo, damn, 2 o'clock? This is not work. You know what I mean? You love what you do, it's not work.
Yep.
And I always heard that when I was younger, and I never understood it. Like, yo,
Yeah, like
So you found
Whatever.
something you love, huh?
Something that you really wouldn't mind giving 10,000 hours to.
exactly.
Find that.
Easily,
Just the
like.
master, you know what I mean?
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. You know that's how I think. So I'm still putting in my 10,000 hours. You know, so that's why I don't look at anything as competition. I had to invite y'all brothers here because y'all my brothers. So the success that
fact.
y'all have and the things that y'all can do shows me the things that we can do. You know what I mean? I don't look at it like. I feel like it's money for all of us to be made.
Yeah, bro. It's
You know what I
enough
mean?
money.
Our stories are unique. They're different enough for people to take interest in them separately. You know?
And we still representing something that's underrepresented in fashion and stuff like that.
I feel like there's still not
These
enough people
faces,
doing
you don't
it
see
because
people with these faces at the head of brands,
Yeah.
that look like us, that come from the same type of backgrounds as us and things like that. So that's really big, I think, to see many of us doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And like I feel like we're trying to be wealthy. We trying to give our art, our full selves to the world. And why I say wealthy and not rich, someone told me
love
this,
that.
it was like, because when you have wealth, like you can pass that down. But when you're rich, that could come and go. We know it. We know how people get to it. You feel me? That's temporary. So we trying to have wealth that we can pass down, stores, studios.
And it's a long haul. Y'all in it for the long haul. Y'all
Yeah,
been doing
bro.
it 5 years.
Yeah.
Some people that would have quit if they didn't get rich in the first year.
But
Oh,
you
it's
already,
right, exactly.
brothers
You know what I'm
already
saying?
wealthy because wealth is a mind state. I would challenge y'all to say that as well.
Yeah. That
Wealth,
too.
wealth starts with when y'all first say, you know what, instead of giving on this and committing to a 9 to 5, we gonna commit to our 5 to 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that was when you started to decide to be wealthy and to be, you know, not subservient to your love, but to actually master that and hone your craft. Cause that's what y'all doing.
That's what we doing.
That's what y'all doing. Every time I see a release from Tier, it's better.
Thank
It's
you.
another
Appreciate
tier.
that,
Word. It's another tier.
I'm being real.
Word.
So I'm looking forward to seeing you brothers in the future. 2020, the vision is only getting clearer.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Shoptier.nyc.
And y'all personal Instagrams, and you know, of course, the other founder that's not here.
Yeah, Nigeria. Nigeria is Nye the Spades. Let me look it up so I'm spelling it correctly.
Yeah, get it
Get it
right.
right. Get it right.
Y'all represented
We gotta
him
do
well
everything
today.
correctly.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah,
he's
Nye the
proud.
Spades or NIDESSPADE.
Okay,
You
go
can follow
follow that
him.
brother.
Word. And I put the V in smooth. IPUT.
No, that's your little Instagram. You gotta
Yeah.
say.
Oh,
you
yeah,
said
yeah,
that
that's
so
my-
smooth.
you gotta-
Yeah, yeah.
They might not have it. He said, "I'll put the V in smooth."
Nah, set it
Yeah,
up.
that's my joint. I put the V in smooth. Like IPUT THEVINSMOOVE. I never spelled that before. That was kind of
Respect. That's
Yeah,
a
that
bold
was work.
statement. He said he put the V in smooth. You dig?
So yeah, my IG sound just like my name, Eastside E.PSII.
yeah.
Fire. All right, and y'all already know us. It's your host, Think Watch the Prophet,
He's the great.
and you were with Flip the Switch Radio.
We out.
Is there